The rain battered the old house like 1,000 tiny fists. Mira's parents were asleep, their snores muffled behind their locked bedroom door. They always locked it at night now. She never asked why. Mira's stomach growled, a hollow ache twisting deep inside her. She crept from her bed, careful not to step on the loose floorboard that squealed when touched. She paused at the top of the stairs, listening. The house was too quiet. Even the wind seemed to hush when she listened. She tiptoed into the kitchen, flicking on the weak light above the sink. The bulb hummed and buzzed like a trapped fly. Shadows bled across the walls, gathering in the corners. She ignored them. She was so hungry. She opened the pantry. Behind a stack of dusty cans, she found it. The shiny red bag of cheese puffs. She hadn't seen it in weeks. She tore it open with trembling hands, stuffing her mouth until her cheeks bulged. The salt and cheese powder clung to her fingers like dust on bones. Crunch behind her, a wet, slithering sound. Mira froze, orange crumbs tumbling from her lips. She turned. The shadows on the floor were moving. One of them stretched long and thin, pulling itself upright like smoke in reverse. A shape formed, a girl-shaped shadow, dripping blackness onto the linoleum. It didn't have eyes, but Mira could feel it staring, feel its hunger pressing into her skull. Crunch, the sound again. But this time, it was inside her head, a pressure gnawing at her thoughts. She dropped the bag. The thing shuddered closer. Its limbs split and rejoined like melting wax. Mira backed away until her spine hit the cold fridge. "Who are you?" she whispered, her voice trembling. The thing opened its mouth, a black pit lined with splinters of bone and tiny blinking eyes. It spoke with a voice that was her own but cracked and rotting. Hungry, it croaked. "You feed me, you always feed me." It lunged forward and Mira screamed, but its arms passed through her chest like cold smoke. Pain bloomed behind her ribs, sharp and biting. She looked down. The thing's shadow hands were inside her, rooting around, pulling at something soft and wet. Mira dropped to her knees. The bag of cheese puffs spilled beside her, the bright orange powder now mixed with something dark and red. The shadow pulled back, something glistening and pulsing clenched in its dripping hands. It was her hunger, her ache, her emptiness made flesh. The creature pressed it to its mouth. Crunch. It chewed noisily, the sound echoing in Mira's skull until her vision went black at the edges. It bent low, whispering into her ear with a mouth that split its head in half. More. Always more. The lights flickered once, twice, then went out. Mira's body slumped to the floor, her empty eyes wide in the darkness as the thing slipped back into the shadows, waiting for the next midnight snack.